Today I'm going to demonstrate for you Word's tabs and how easy they really are to use. Um, we have default tabs. Every time you hit the tab key, they move half an inch. And they're okay, but honestly you can't do a lot with them. There's much more that Word offers with tabs. And the first thing you need to do is make sure you have your ruler bar displayed. That's very important. If it's not, you can go to the View menu and choose Ruler. And then if you look over to the left of the ruler, you have this little box over here. That tells you the type of tab that you have active right now. And it's an L, that's a left tab. If you click that box, it gives you an upside down T. That's your center tab. If you click it again, you get a backwards L. Opposite of left alignment or left tab is right tab. So this is your right tab. If you click it again, you get a center tab with a little dot. That is a decimal tab. This will align your column up by the decimal. Very useful. And if you click again, that's your default tabs. You can also set and work with indents, but the default starting tab is the left tab. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create a table that we did in class. It's going to be for the FBLA Fall Fundraiser. So I'm going to give it a title here, 2016, and I'm going to press enter twice. And this column this table has three columns. There's a name column, there's a grade column, and then there's the amount column for the amount of money that each student has raised. So I have three columns. And what you really want to do is you want to set three individual tabs for each column. So I have three columns. I'm going to need three tabs. The first column is a column of text. It's a column of the students' names. For columns of text, you want a left tab. So what I'm going to do is come up to my ruler bar, and anywhere in my ruler bar I'm going to click, and notice there's an L. That signifies that there's a left tab stop right there. And the neat thing with Word is you can click on this tab and you can move it anywhere you want. In fact, you can keep clicking and keep making left tabs. Now, I really don't want all those left tabs, so the easiest way to delete them is just drag them off the ruler bar. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy back here to about 1 inch. My second column is a column for grades. Grades, the grade of each student, that's a number column. Columns of numbers for a table, your best bet is the decimal tab. So I'm going to keep clicking here until I get a decimal. There it is. And right now I'm not worried where on the ruler I'm going to put this tab. So I'm just going to stick it right here. Give myself plenty of room. So that takes care of the second column. The third column is an amount column. Again, column of numbers. We're talking money. So I keep it at decimal tab, and I'm going to come way over here again, give myself plenty of room. So there's my decimal tab. So this is the tab for the names, this is the tab for the grades, this will be the tab for amounts. One other important thing that people get screwed up with tabs only work on one line at a time. So notice where I'm at, where my insertion point is. If I move up, those tab stops disappear. Don't worry, they're still there. I just have to be on the right line. So here we go. The first thing I want to start out with is my column headings. So I tab over. Notice the insertion point goes right to the tab stop, and I type name, tab again, type grade, tab again, and type amount. Notice grade and amount are kind of like going backwards. That's because Word is waiting for a decimal, a period. So we're okay. We'll fix this all later. So when I press enter, notice the tabs go with me. As long as I stay on that line and keep pressing enter, the tabs will keep working for me. So let me type in a couple names here. She's grade 10, and we're talking $245. Whoops. Let's do a dollar sign. Press enter, and we can have whatever names we want here. 9th grade, $45.60. And notice I have to hit my tab key for each column. I hit the tab key, press the number 9, hit the tab key, and notice what's happening over here in this column. It's aligning by the decimal period. That's what the decimal tab does. So even if I get rid of a number, it still will align. Really nice and easy. Can't do that with default tabs. And a lot of people that don't know anything about tabs, they space all of this. What a pain. So much easier to set tabs. I'm going to type one more line here for you. This guy's in 12th grade and raised $175. Alright, so you kind of get the idea. Alright, not a very balanced out table. I got a lot more white space over here and just a little bit here. So first off, let me center this. Let's just use the center command. That's going to help me out. Now, here's the really cool thing about tab stops. If I highlight all these lines that have the tab stops, why are these letters, why does it start here? Column 1 starts here because of this tab. So, if I move the tab, the column moves also. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to move it out to here. And the grade column I'm going to center more. And again, you just got to slide it around. Move this out a little more. Alright. There you have it. Now if this is spaced out too much, there is a lot of space in here. You can go ahead and slide it in a little bit more. Try to get this, eye it up. Try to get the same amount of space here and here. So we're in a little over an inch. So I probably should come in a little more than an inch here. Alright, pretty good. Click away. Again, the trick is to highlight all the lines, because if you don't and you start adjusting the tab, it only works for one line and you'll just get yourself into trouble. It's nice to center the column headings above the column. A lot of people are going to try to use the center command. That doesn't work. All you got to do is play with the tabs a little bit. Take this, slide it over, and since I only have this row highlighted, that's the only row that's changing. So move the grade over. Just try to eye these up a little bit. Oops. Got rid of that tab accidentally. Got to be careful you don't slide it off. There we go. And let's bold them, makes it look a little nicer. And there you have it. It's that easy. By setting tabs, using left tabs for columns of text, using decimal tabs for columns of numbers, you can quickly and easily organize your data into columns and rows and make it real easy for people to read.